Um, so this is the login page for this ITSM product. So I am just first logging in into as an administrator uh, to show you the features of all the admin modules. So I'm just logging in. I have created a company called abc.com, and against which I have created administrator login. So I'm just logging in into the system right now. So as you can see, we have 5 distinct modules here. The first one is organization setup. So any company which subscribes to this can structure their organization. Then there's a project setup, workflow setup, and metrics and performance measures, and communication setup. So I'll quickly cover the organization setup. So in terms of the organization setup, you have various things. This is used to configure the hierarchy of the organization. So within each organization, you may have more units. Under each unit, you have various divisions, and you can configure that. And you can also configure your customer or account details. So in case you have any customers, you can configure the customer details on their contact. And similarly, you can configure the vendor and their contact details. Then you have a feature to create all the various users of the system. So when we talk about users, there are various types of users which can be configured. The first one is administrator, which I am currently as administrator, logged in as administrator. So he's organization admin. Organization users are basically the users of the system. We have a separate type called support manager. So this role basically is a person who receives all the tickets which have been raised, and he routes it to the right team and right project. So that's the role for support manager. And you want to create login for customer vendors, you can do that. So I've created various roles, various users here. And similarly, I have defined various calendars of support. So for example, my customer could be in Middle East, or it could be in US, or it could be India, any region, or UK, Europe, or whatever it is. I can configure the time of support calendar. It could be a 9x5 calendar or 24/7 calendar based on the contract which we have. And I can set up the calendar also. So here you can see basically, for example, I take 9x5 calendar. I can the calendar duration. Yeah, work time from 9 to 5. Half day is from 9 to 1. Saturday and Sunday are leave. And if I want to have leave somewhere, I can just show this and save it. Right. So this calendar is useful because all tickets which are raised, if you have SLA to be delivered against business hours, then the system automatically calculates the target date for the SLA based on the calendar hours. Similarly, you have a role definition where you have various roles. See here, the advantage of the system is you have at the organization level, you have predefined certain roles. And if you want to use it as such, you can just click it and this will get enabled. And you can just transfer the roles. If not, if you want additional roles, you can just enter the roles whichever you want and update it. And next you have a reporting status. So basically what the system does is it reconciles all the open tickets into various buckets. For example, I have all the open tickets could be either it could be on hold or it could be open. It could be assigned to vendor, pending with user, or work in progress. So as a part of the workflow configuration, we can define which bucket it goes for each status. I will explain that to you when we see the workflow configuration. Similarly, all open tickets, we can configure the aging parameters which may be of interest to you. For demo purpose, I have created aging of 0 to 30 days, 30 to 45, 45 to 60, and greater than 60 days. This can be configured based on the customer need. And this section on mail configuration is configured so that, see, basically, if we have a helpdesk@abc.com and the customer send a mail to helpdesk@abc.com, yeah, a ticket is automatically created in the system. So this helps in configuring the email ID which is required for that. So that is with respect to organization setup. Now moving on to project setup. So I can define the various projects which of support. I have created some sample projects here, and if there are similar projects, projects which are similar in nature, like product implementation and all, you can group the projects so that you can create the group once, and all the team members, all the other parameters are automatically configured. This category and subcategory is nothing but your something similar to your module and feature. So for each application, you can have what module and what feature, so that every ticket is mapped to the module and feature. So for demo purpose, I have created 3 modules, and for each module, I have created 3 features. So that is on this side. Of course, you have other details like config. If you want to record your configuration items or location or environment, you can do that. Then you have role member configuration, which is basically for each project, right, or a group of projects. I can choose which role and who is acting. For example, if you choose project manager, so you can, I already configured some sample project managers for this project. So you can see PM1 at ABC is a project manager. So similarly, if you want to see team member, I have configured dev1, dev2 like this as a team member. So you can configure all the team, and this is nothing but your agents who are going to support, will be assigned the responsibility for addressing the tickets. So you can create teams. Team could be based on locations, or it could be a single team also. So here I have created team A, team B, team C, but I can assign multiple people for each teams and configure them. So you can see here, I can choose, for example, team A. So I have 3 members. So these 3 people I can assign tickets for addressing. Next, I map the project calendar. Each project will be assigned to the calendar. So whatever calendar we configured in the organization level, I will map those calendar here. For example, if you take this project, it is mapped to 9/5. You can see here, it's mapped to 9/5. And similarly, you have project workflow classification. If you have a project specific workflow, you can define that. If not, you can have a general workflow which under which you can configure the system. So I will now move to the workflow configuration. So next I am going to the workflow setup. So for the workflow, you have basically I have created some sample workflows pre-configured here. If you can use it, you can use it. Otherwise, you can now define your own workflows. So I will show you a sample workflow. So for each workflow, we whatever we define, I will take an example of incident, or let us take incident management. So for incident management, if you click on this icon, you will see the flow chart. See here, you can see you can raise the ticket through the web or through phone or email. The tickets are going to the central help desk, who validates the classification of tickets and routes it to the right team. The incident, then the incidents are first analyzed. If it is requires a third-party intervention, it is assigned to a vendor. If it is related to application, it is assigned to application support team. Or if it is related to desktop or server, it is assigned to the infrastructure support team. And from here, the SLA management comes into place, and they provide the resolution, send feedback. If the feedback is accepted, the resolution is closed. Otherwise, they just follow it up. And then for incident, basically they give an immediate patch. So if there is a regularization which is needed, they raise a separate problem management ticket. Right. So this is a workflow which we have created. So you can see we have whatever flowchart we have done, we have translated into a series of events. The first event is a new request which is raised. Then prioritize and analyze request is the second event. Then third event is assigned to vendor, assigned to application support team, or assigned to infrastructure support team. Then next event is provide resolution, resolution accepted, feedback provided, and so on. Right. So now the next step, once I define the events, I go into the sequence definition where I define the various event sequences. So you can see here after the first event, the next event is event 2. After event 2, you can see that there are three events. It could be assigned to vendor, it could be assigned to application support team, or assigned to infrastructure support team. Then after 3, it could be 6. After 4, it could be 6. Or after 5, it could be 6. Like that, you sequence the event as per the flowchart which you have seen. Next, so this is a place where you define for each event what will be the status, and this is a place where you reconcile the tickets for your dashboard, right? So this shows you the comprehensive details. So you can see here the various events which have come here. So the status, as the workflow status will be new year, it goes to analysis, assigned, solved, feedback triggered, resolution accepted, feedback provided, and closed. But as per the dashboard, we have created 4 or 5 buckets. So all open and closed tickets, for all open tickets, it could be either open, assigned to vendor, work in progress, pending with user. So we just map it here. The system actually tracks it based on this and reports it in the dashboard. So there are other features of this in this workflow where you can move seamlessly from one workflow to another. So we have features for moving it over there, or even you have features for the design is such that you can create your own form, and for that particular form you can have a for this particular event you can raise a form. So here, for example, when I close a ticket, I have a form called raise ticket for creating a problem code. So I've just configured it here. And then there are certain features. If I want to assign to team members at this particular event, I can just put that, and I can mark for which events effort logging is required, and for which event the SLA clock needs to be switched off. So it is flexible to that extent. And lastly, I also have access control for each event. So you can see for each, for example, project manager, if you click, what all events he can update. So for demo purpose, I would have given access to everything for the project manager, but based on your need, you can actually define that. Right. So apart from that, you have masters for priority definition, which could be priority of the tickets could be high, medium, low. And various ticket classifications. So here we have tickets for incident, change management, problem, bug fix, and query. And I also have a feature for mapping my classification and severity to what the workflow has to be adopted. You can see a bug fix, severity, what workflow we need to follow. There could be multiple workflows which you can configure accordingly. Next, you have performance measures and SLA setup. So here I can define whatever metrics are required for each type of classification. For example, here bug fix is impact analysis time, change request, service request is a resolution time. I have defined the key metrics for each classification. Incident, it is response time and resolution time. So what I can do is I can define how the metrics has to be calculated. So you can see your incident response time will be from status equal to analysis to start to analysis end, and resolution time will be from analysis to status closed. So when a ticket is closed, automatically the system calculates duration between these two states and reports it. And we also have a feature for SLA definition. So you can see basically for each classification of tickets, wherever you have SLA, for example, bug fix, response time is 30 minutes. Resolution time for severity 1 is 4, 6 hours and 8 hours. And SLA could be working hours, business day and calendar days. Similarly, for incident, we have defined. So like this, you can define for whatever you want. And lastly is a communication where we have pre-configured data. For example, on various conditions, emails will be triggered, new ticket raised, delay in ticket resolution. So I can define various conditions and I can define an email template also. For example, let us take delay in ticket resolution. So this is a body of the email. So these items, what you see here will be replaced by the project conditions, project values. And when that condition is satisfied, and it will be sent to all the members who are configured in the mailing list. So we have for each condition, we have mailing list. For example, if you take this, you can have SLA breach. It goes to these two people. Similarly, you have a escalation matrix in case the ticket is not resolved. You can have various levels of escalations and you can configure them as well. For example, if you take this project, so here you see the SLA and what is the what percentage of the time if it crosses the level is alert is triggered. So you can see 4 hours is the SLA. If it crosses 50% of the time, which is 2 hours, and if the ticket is not resolved, then this alarm will be triggered. So these are the things which are required for administrative setup. We have configured this. Now I will just log in to support manager and show his view. So you can either raise a new ticket or there are already tickets which are awaiting update. So if we go here, we can see some of the tickets which are awaiting updates. I'm just going to the mail source could be mail or web chat or whatever it is. But for time being, we have configured only for mail and web. So if I take web and I can see what are the tickets which have been raised. So these are the tickets which have been raised. So now I can update the ticket. I can just click on this update to see what the ticket is and update accordingly. So you can see here this summary of the ticket and the description what was reported. So as a support manager, I can tell, okay, this belongs to this project. And I can tell what is the ticket type, whether it's an incident or what, I can see that. And then I can define the various modules, features, and I can assign it to the team and then close it. So I'm just telling it is an incident. So you can see I can just define the module and feature. But once I put this incident, you can see here that response time is as per the SLA, it's 30 seconds, 30 minutes, and 4 hours is the resolution time. So the system has given the target based on applied the calendar. So now this is a 9/5 calendar, right? So so tomorrow it is 9:30, it has to be resolved, and this one by 1 o'clock it has to be resolved. And this also shows the next alerts when it is due as per the SLA, which has been escalation level, which has been configured. So then I can also assign it to team A, and I can assign it to say for example dev 1. So this is updated now. So now I can log in as a developer to see the tickets and update the status. So I'm just logged in as a dev 1, and I'm looking at the areas where I have open tickets. So I'm just clicking this project, and I can see there are two sections: manage tickets and analytics. So tickets awaiting update, I can go here to see what are the tickets which are pending against my name. And this is a new ticket which has been raised against my name. The current status is analysis. You can see it here. This is a ticket, type is incident, I raised by this person, and the status is analysis. So you can see here, after you can see the ticket details, what has been raised, and you can update the status. So the first one will be assigned to application support team. Let us take. So the status will become assigned. And I can just save it. So this from here the workflow will take over. So each event, the next event will be something different as per what the workflow has been configured. So if I now go back to that screen, it will show that ticket has been the same ticket. It has been assigned. So next it will be resolution provided as per the workflow. Whatever is required, we will provide that. So you can see provide resolution is the next one. So the status will go to solved now. I can save it. So like this, it will go on till the issue is, I think here the effort is required. So I just put the effort and save it. So like this, the system will go on till the issue is completely closed. Meanwhile, the other menu, if you see, you can raise a ticket, you can view status of my tickets, tickets assigned to me, all ticket summary. If you click this, you can see all tickets, what is the status and all. And if you, for example, if you take this ticket, which is closed, you can see the history of what has happened for the complete closure. So you can see here, this is the details of the ticket, and this is the history which has been taken for the closure. Right, and now I'll just move on quickly to the analytics. I'll show you a brief sample about what our analytics are available. So you can see here, this is a single dashboard which gives you a comprehensive analysis of the support. You have incident, query, bug fix, change request and problem, severity S1, S2, S3, S4, brought forward from previous month, reported during current month, closed during current month, closed till date, carry forward as on date. And all open tickets, as I told you, it's all classified into these 5 buckets: on hold, open, assigned to vendor, pending with user, and work in progress. And aging of all open tickets: less than 30 days, 30 to 45, 45 to 60, and greater than 60. So this is one dashboard which will give a concise value. And then similarly, you have various reports like monthly summary you want to see. For example, let us take from January to September. So we have more data is not there much, but let us see. Let us take query. So you can see basically all these brought forward a new to closure percentage, how much it is month on month for high tickets, medium tickets, and low tickets. Then you have service SLA performance. So you will get a comprehensive analysis of number of issues closed. What is the SLA, percentage SLA met time, and percentage SLA resolution time for met category. And similarly for SLA, you also have periodic analysis or month-wise analysis. So if we query the system, it will automatically come how much is the percentage SLA met and resolution time for various category of tickets. So the data is not there much, but if you give all tickets, let us see what it comes. So you can see here all tickets combined. What is the value? Then you also have control charts on SLA performance. So you will get a XMR chart. Which will show you the details. And then you also have turnaround time details. So here you can see how many tickets have been closed, what is the average effort for closure of a ticket, and total effort taken for closure, average tickets closed per month, mean time to close a ticket, and mean effort to close a ticket. So all these you can get it here. And service diagnostics shows you the details of the distribution of tickets between various modules and features. So that's it from my end on the demo. If you have any questions, we are ready to take that. Thank you.